Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 19 of Future, and this one's titled, Oh No. So, which one is he? Misah asked, looking down the beach with one hand shielding her eyes. The hot blonde with the pecs and abs to die for? Kairi laughed. Nah, babe. That's the one with the black lightning streak in his hair, holding the little girl. Is the kid his? Misah asked, eyeing Kaminari. Nah, it's the spiky redheads, Kairi said. You know who those guys are, right? Misah squinted. Wait! Hold up, they're not heroes, are they? She squealed incredulously. Yeah, they are, Kairi said in a bored tone. Red Riot, Dynamite, and Charge Bolt. I've definitely heard of the first two, and I've seen them on TV, but can't say I've heard of Charge Bolt, Misah said, mentally working together a plan of attack. What's his personality like? Flirtatious, shallow, loves chicks, says he wants to change, but I don't believe him, Kairi said in a flat tone. What's he to you, boyfriend? Misah asked. No, Kairi said softly. Just a loser. Misah looked down at her friend. Why are you keen to know if he'll take the bait, though, if he's just a loser? She said, doing air quotation marks around the word loser. Kairi stayed silent and just stared down the beach at the boys. Oh, well, I'm always up for a ramen dinner, so I don't care why you're doing this, Misah said, flicking her hair to one side and adjusting her bikini top to show as much cleavage as possible. I'll be back in 10 with a number, she said, heading off down the beach and looking back with a wink and a little blow and kiss to Kairi. Kairi snorted with amusement. This bitch, she giggled to herself. Misah entered the water near the three boys and did her most seductive, gentle dive with a very exaggerated light moan as she came up out of the water. Oh, God, that feels so amazing, she said airily, loud enough so that anyone who was watching her nearby could hear. She flattened her long blonde hair back and smoothed the water out of it as she looked up into the sky. She glanced to the side and saw none of the three had acknowledged her presence yet and were all focusing on the kids, so she tried another tactic. Sinking down into the water and reaching behind her, she untied her bikini top and held the front on. Oh no! She gasped dramatically and bounced in the water over to the three boys. Hey, guys! She called in her most feminine voice. Kaminari looked up first, followed by Kiri, then Bakugou. I kind of need some help, Misah said with the cutest little embarrassed and bashful look on her face. What's up, babe? Kami said, with genuine concern in his voice. Misah looked down with fake embarrassment. My top has come undone, and I can't do it up, she said, biting the bottom lip and batting her eyes at him. I can help, Kami said, still genuinely sucked in, thinking she was an innocent damsel in distress. He handed Ginny back to Kiri and swam around behind Misah. He grabbed each of the ties and quickly tied them together, ending with a nice little bow on the end. Done, he said as he came back around to the side of her. You okay? Yeah, she said quietly. That was so embarrassing. You're my hero, she added with a bashful smile. You saved me from what could have been a very embarrassing wardrobe malfunction. Nah, Kaminari said with a laugh and scratched to the back of his head. Just being a gentleman, he added with a wide smile. Oh, you're too modest, Misah giggled and stood up a bit out of the water, squeezing her arms together in front of her slightly so that it accentuated her breasts. Kaminari's eyes went straight to the prize. Bingo, Misah smirked internally. Wait, Misah gasped suddenly, snapping Kaminari out of his boob-induced daze. You guys are actually heroes, she squealed. You're Charge Bolt, right? She blinked her eyes at Kaminari in faux disbelief. And you're Dynamite, she said, turning her attention to Bakugou. And you're Red Riot, she said, ending with Kiri. Kiri smiled and nodded. Bakugou scowled and Kaminari was flattered. You knew my hero name? Kaminari said with surprise. He wasn't shown much on TV, and not many people knew him by name. They would say he looked familiar, but that was about it. Usually he had to say who he was. Oh yeah, I definitely recognise you now. That telltale lightning strike? She added, moving forwards to touch the black streak in his hair. Sorry I didn't recognise you before. I was a little flustered over my loose top, she said, lowering her head and looking up at him with puppy dog eyes. Kaminari had a perfect view down her cleavage, and he swallowed thickly. I guess you really are my hero, Misah said lowly with a very suggestive tone, biting her lip again. Yeah, Kaminari said, backing away slightly. This minx was coming on strong now and he didn't quite know what to do. What are you doing later? She asked confidently. If you don't have plans, we should grab a drink. I need to thank you, after all, for saving me from a very embarrassing situation. Kaminari opened his mouth and closed it again. He couldn't believe his luck. This gorgeous blonde, with a perfect rack, was falling all over him. He didn't have to do a thing. Yeah, okay, he said, not sure what was going on, but happy to spend time with this chick. Really? She squealed, like she had almost been expecting to be turned down. Oh, that's awesome. I'll get your number in a bit, yeah? You're not going anywhere soon, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, nah, we just got here, Kaminari said in bewilderment. Okay, good, I'll be back, okay? Misah said and stepped away to head back to the beach and gloat to Kaminari. Don't go anywhere till we exchange numbers, she said with a flirtatious wink. Sure thing, Kaminari said, coming back around a bit. He gave her a smile and a little wave as she made her way back to shore. What the hell? Kaminari whispered as soon as she was out of earshot. Oh, indeed, we'll have to stay tuned for the following chapter. See you then.